In 2022, Nintendo brought the game to the fans. It sold 10 million copies in its first 72 hours. That's right. I tried Pokemon Scarlet for the first time, and these are my thoughts. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. The story, the customization, going to school, the side quests, gym tests, and the sandwiches? Before playing this game, I had only played 2 Pokemon games, Unite and Go. And to be honest, the customization in those games, pretty weak, unless you're willing to spend some real-world money. And yet, the customization in those games feels better than in this one. This game has all of the basic customization features for your appearance. For example, they have quite a few hairstyles to choose from, typical hair colors, typical eye colors, plus a few bizarre or wild ones. I mean, it could be worse, but it does leave a lot to be desired. In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, your character has to wear a uniform. If you're playing Scarlet like I am, you're stuck with orange. And the uniform is, how can I put this nicely? It's a little limited. And you have to wear the uniform correctly. If that weren't frustrating enough, there are characters in this game who look kind of cool in their uniform. Like Team Star, Nimona. And other customization options are you can buy hats, glasses, backpacks, gloves, socks, shoes. It sounds pretty good. But if you remember, my uniform is orange, and a lot of the colors, they just don't look that good with orange. But to be honest, does anything? Early in the game, there's a glimmer of hope. You have the chance to visit a hair salon in almost any town. For only 3,000 points or coins, you can change your hairstyle. I thought, cool, I'll get a new hair color, new styles, but nope. It's the same as the original choices you have. I was like, what? Even the bullied kid has 2-tone hair color? Where's my Eevee backpack? Hold up. While we're on customization, I have one question. Why do I have to play as a child? And before you answer, I know this game was made for children. Hear me out. The first Pokemon game came out in the late 1990s. Some basic number crunching would suggest that there are a lot of Poke fans in their late 20s, early 30s, and beyond. There are even several adult trainers in this game. So this was the first open world Pokemon game. In an open world game, the designers need to provide some motivation to get the main character out in the world and exploring, but flexible enough that they can explore and do whatever they want to do. Now this is a big ask, especially when the Nintendo Switch seems to be showing its limitations. The NPCs in this game only have a couple of lines of dialogue each. They are not out in the world, getting into trouble, in need of saving. They don't really have any needs, except for a couple of fetch quests. And there aren't really any big baddies or villains in this game. Instead, the game relies on 4 stories: finding your treasure, becoming a Pokemon champion, fighting some bullies, and searching for rare sandwich ingredients. So, to sum up so far, my character dresses like a nerd. There's no real chance that he or she will become a bad character, turn to the dark side, and there's no real reason to be a Pokemon trainer. Where do I sign up? We need to start with the Mamoswine in the room. I call BS on the fact that the Pokemon and humans live in harmony? No way. What even is a Pokemon? I mean, some of them are animals, some of them are plants, some are rocks, some look like humans. What's the difference between a Pokemon and a human? Let's get this straight. If I catch a Pokemon, suddenly it loves me and it wants to fight for me. It wants to fight other Pokemon. So, how is this different from dogfighting? Even if I ignore the similarities between Pokemon and dogfighting, you can't just throw a couple Pokemon into the school and expect me to forget that out in the world, every single wild Pokemon is trying to kill me. So maybe the humans are the bad guys? Now, the battles themselves are alright, even quite challenging at times. But I'm not impressed with the terrestrializing, whatever. Even though I haven't played the other games, I've watched my kids play Arceus and Pokemon Sword, and so I've seen these like amazing battles against Mega Evolutions. But all of that's just gone. It's not in this game. It's been replaced by this crystal form around your Pokemon that improves your defense and attack. But, you know, every time you do a major battle in this game, you terrestrialize. If you need to do a gym battle, you terrestrialize. If you need to find some sandwich ingredients, terrestrialize. Do a raid to get some candies to level up your characters, terrestrialize. If that weren't enough, the game also gives up many of the battles you had in the older games. If you wanted to fight a gym boss, you had to go through the ranks of the gym to defeat the gym boss. But in this game, it's gone. Instead, it's replaced by mini games. That's right, to fight the gym champion, you have to order a secret menu item. There's something sketchy going on in this game. In the opening scene of the game, I think my character's mom is hooking up with Director Clavel. It's just a little too quick to offer him a cuppa and send me up to my room to get ready for school. I kind of felt like young Forrest Gump. Ah, romance. Namona, what's the deal? Are you flirting with me? What do you mean by battle? Do you mean battle or battle? So let me get this straight. The only way to prove that I am ready to fight the star-based boss is to defeat 30 Pokemon in 10 minutes? And I don't even fight them. I just run around and throw my Pokemon. And I have to ring a boxing bell before it starts? Before I can compete in the Elite Four Championship, I have to do an interview. Waxley? My kids won't even play a game with Quaxley, even for laughs. To be fair, all of the starting Pokemon are super cute, but their evolutions and their names are bonkers. That's right, bonkers. I went with Sprigatito, the green cat-like Pokemon by the final evolution Meowscarada? 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 It looks more like a character from Persona than from Pokemon. Coco, Crocolore, Skeledirge? Are those even words? What am I saying? Waxley? Quaxwell? Quaquaval? I give up. Picnics. Why? Why are we doing picnics? And what's with the semi-erotic washing of the Pokemon? Pokemon is a game that should write itself, but I feel like the creators brought star Magic Jackson Jr. into the brainstorming session to sprinkle a little spice into the mixture. Hey! Well, I seem to be the wrong person to play this game. I have two boys, ages 6 and 10, and they love this game. Both of them have already completed the game, so the simple story, it's good enough for kids. Maybe it's better to have a simple story with no real bad guys. Easy to follow, and they can play with simple English, or in my kids' case, simple Japanese. In addition, the battles, they're challenging enough, but my kids can still find solutions to all of their problems. If this game were for kids, it's a great game. Now, before playing this game, I had read a lot online about the game being buggy and full of issues while playing. However, except for maybe a floating Pokemon or two and some missing items in cutscenes, I didn't notice it so much. Definitely nothing that ruined the game. And certainly, I didn't have to have 10 save files and to save after every battle just in case it crashed. I'm talking to you, Skyrim. And most important, for the people that this game was made for, there are a ton of Pokemon to catch. I think I read there are 400 in the game. So if you like Pokemon, you can catch, trade, and train your Pokemon as long as your heart desires. So I don't know why Nintendo didn't release 1 or 2 games with 2 areas and 2 schools, 1 area for Naranja and 1 for Uva. I mean, I know, but just think how cool would it have been if you could have rival schools and maybe you start the year with your Pokemon and by the end of the year there's going to be a Pokemon tournament. You battle the other school and then the winner of the tournament gets to be in the Pokemon League. And then for the wild Pokemon, the terrestrializing was affecting the Pokemon in a negative way and they're attacking the towns, and so you could go out and fight these Pokemon and try to catch them and save them. So I think there was a lot of opportunities missed in this game. Instead of making a game designed for all of the Pokefans, Nintendo made a game designed for children, but still being sold to their aging fans. Ultimately, this game sold over 10 million copies in the first 72 hours. Nintendo knows what they're doing, they're gonna make another one, and if you're looking to buy something for your kids, it's a great game. They'll be happy. However, if you're a little bit older, maybe university or older, and you're thinking about buying this game, I think I would wait and buy something different. So if this game were a Pokemon, it would be Snorlax.